whether a garden is designed by a professional or an amateur, certain principles form the basis of effective garden design, resulting in the creation of gardens to meet the needs, goals and desires of the users or owners of the gardens. Important considerations in garden design include how the garden will be used, the desired stylistic genre, formal or informal, modern or traditional, etc., and the way the garden space will connect to the home or other structures in the surrounding areas. All of these considerations are subject to the limitations of the prescribed budget. Here are the elements used for garden design. Number 1. Location: A garden's location can have a substantial influence on its design. Topographical landscape features such as steep slopes, vistas, hills and outcrops etc. may suggest or determine aspects of design such as layout, and can be used and augmented in order to create a particular impression. 1. The soils of the site will affect what types of plant may be grown, as will the garden's climate zone and various microclimates. The location context of the garden can also influence its design. For example, an urban setting may require a different design style to a rural one. Similarly, a windy coastal location may necessitate a different treatment compared to a sheltered inland site. Number 2. Soil: The quality of a garden's soil can have a significant influence on a garden's design and its subsequent success. Soil influences the availability of water and nutrients, the activity of soil microorganisms, and temperature within the root zone, and thus may have a determining effect on the types of plants which will grow successfully in the garden. However, soils may be replaced or improved in order to make them more suitable. Traditionally, garden soil is improved by amendment, the process of adding beneficial materials to the native subsoil and particularly the topsoil. The added materials, which may consist of compost, peat, sand, mineral dust, or manure, among others, are mixed with the soil to the preferred depth. The amount and type of amendment may depend on many factors, including the amount of existing soil humus, the soil structure, clay, silt, sand, loam etc., the soil acidity, alkalinity, and the choice of plants to be grown. One source states that, conditioning the soil thoroughly before planting enables the plants to establish themselves quickly and so play their part in the design. However, not all gardens are, or should be, amended in this manner, since many plants prefer an impoverished soil. In this case, poor soil is better than a rich soil that has been artificially enriched. Number 3. Boundaries: The design of a garden can be affected by the nature of its boundaries, both external and internal, and in turn the design can influence the boundaries, including via creation of new ones. Planting can be used to modify an existing boundary line by softening or widening it. Introducing internal boundaries can help divide or break up a garden into smaller areas. The main types of boundary within a garden are hedges, walls and fences. A hedge may be evergreen or deciduous, formal or informal, short or tall, depending on the style of the garden and purpose of the boundary. A wall has a strong foundation beneath it at all points, and is usually, but not always, built from brick, stone or concrete blocks. A fence differs from a wall in that it is anchored only at intervals, and is usually constructed using wood or metal. Boundaries may be constructed for several reasons: to keep out livestock or intruders, to provide privacy, to create shelter from strong winds and provide microclimates, to screen unattractive structures or views, and to create an element of surprise. Number 4. Surfaces: Naturalistic planting design. In temperate western gardens, a smooth expanse of lawn is often considered essential to a garden. However, garden designers may use other surfaces, for example those made up of loose gravel, small pebbles, or wood chips in order to create a different appearance and feel. Designers may also utilize the contrast in texture and color between different surfaces in order to create an overall pattern in the design. Surfaces for paths and access points are chosen for practical as well as aesthetic reasons. Issues such as safety, maintenance and durability may need to be considered by the designer. Gardens designed for public access need to cope with heavier foot traffic and hence may utilize surfaces, such as resin-bonded gravel, that are rarely used in private gardens. Number 5. Planting design: Planting design requires design talent and aesthetic judgment combined with a good level of horticultural, ecological and cultural knowledge. It includes two major traditions: formal rectilinear planting design, Persia and Europe, and formal asymmetrical, Asia, and naturalistic planting design. Number 6. Garden furniture: Main article: Garden furniture. Garden furniture may range from a patio set consisting of a table, 4 or 6 chairs and a parasol, through benches, swings, various lighting, to stunning artifacts in brutal concrete or weathered oak. 8. Patio heaters, that run on bottled butane or propane, are often used to enable people to sit outside at night or in cold weather. A picnic table is used for the purpose of eating a meal outdoors, such as in a garden. The materials used to manufacture modern patio furniture include stones, metals, vinyl, plastics, resins, glass, and treated woods. Number 7. Sunlight: While sunlight is not always easily controlled by the gardener, it is an important element of garden design. The amount of available light is a critical factor in determining what plants may be grown. Sunlight will, therefore, have a substantial influence on the character of the garden. For example, a rose garden is generally not successful in full shade, while a garden of hosts may not thrive in hot sun. As another example, a vegetable garden may need to be placed in a sunny location, and if that location is not ideal for the overall garden design goals, the designer may need to change other aspects of the garden. In some cases, the amount of available sunlight can be influenced by the gardener. The location of trees, other shade plants, garden structures, or, when designing an entire property, even buildings, might be selected or changed based on their influence in increasing or reducing the amount of sunlight provided to various areas of the property. In other cases, the amount of sunlight is not under the gardener's control. Nearby buildings, plants on other properties, or simply the climate of the local area, may limit the available sunlight. Or, substantial changes in the light conditions of the garden may not be within the gardener's means. In this case, it is important to plan a garden that is compatible with the existing light conditions. Number 8. Lighting: Garden lighting can be an important aspect of garden design. In most cases, various types of lighting techniques may be classified and defined by heights, safety lighting, uplighting, and downlighting. Safety lighting is the most practical application. However, it is more important to determine the type of lamps and fittings needed to create the desired effects. Light regulates 3 major plant processes: photosynthesis, phototropism, and phototropism. Photosynthesis provides the energy required to produce the energy source of plants. Phototropism is the effect of light on plant growth that causes the plant to grow toward or away from the light. Phototropism is a plant's response or capacity to respond to photoperiod, a recurring cycle of light and dark periods of constant length. Here are some examples of garden designs.